What is going on, everybody? Back on it. Vinland Saga Season 2, Episode 4. Um, been a great first 3 episodes. I've enjoyed it. I'm still curious kind of where we're going. As far as like the overarching story, is it just a Thorfinn story from here on out? You know, do we get back into the war stuff with Canute and Thor? I'm sure we will, because they were such pivotal characters in the first season that like either the anime itself starts showing us two separate storylines, or somehow the storylines come back together, where like Thorfinn is involved somehow, or they show us just two separate storylines where Thorfinn is not involved with them at all. We'll kind of see how that plays out, because you never know if like the Canute storyline, does it spread to like Thorfinn's original homeland where his mother and his sister is. I'm curious how that gets tied in. He was blatantly ready to accept death the last episode. There's really nothing for him to fear at this point. It was cool to see all those. I mean, not cool to see because you get a bunch of cuts like that back then. I think you just straight up die. It looks like he is gonna permanently lose a piece of his ear, but at least it wasn't like ear clean off the side of his head. It was just like the point of his ear. Regardless, though, we'll see how this plays out. I'm still waiting for that boiling moment of like he resists, you know, he just goes with the flow. He's letting wind blow him wherever it takes him with life. It's just kind of whatever. Like, is there going to be a moment that makes him snap? And he shows like flashes of that killer that he was essentially grown up being. We'll see. And who was this man? They called him Snake last episode. They patched him up. I wonder how good of a warrior this Snake guy is. Ashlad level, Torkel, Thorfinn, worse than all of them? I have no idea. And is he like the master's personal security guard? Does he stay with him? His name is straight up Snake. Well, good talk. This is awkward. Oh, he showed emotion. Oh shit, it gave him Ashlad vibes. Oh god, he snapped. He snapped already. Oh shit. Remember, I was like, what's gonna be a moment where we see the killer come out? That happened 10 seconds later. What the hell was that? What was that? I mean, it gave him Ashlad flashback, so of course that makes him snap. But why did that trigger an Ashlad flashback in his head? Just that look? What was that? Now the cover's blown, they know he's not just some ordinary slave, like Einar's ass. What the hell? What was that? Is it because... Is it because the other guy didn't have him? At least there seems to be some kind of authority and honor amongst them. So we're not going to have to worry about them picking on us again or any bullshit like that. That's good to see. Like, I'm curious if, like... Oh, wow, has this given him purpose? He was so like, I don't want to live, and then he's like, wait, maybe I do want to live. Now, decisions. Exactly, and that's what I've been saying since the season started. Like, what is his why? What is he going to be a slave to now? What is his purpose, Mr. Anderson? I have no idea. Do you think it's because he didn't think that guy was actually ever going for a death strike that he's like, this guy isn't serious? Getting stabbed is nothing to me. But this time he felt murderous intent, so his subconscious body is like, oh, I will react, or what? Oh wow, the master heard about it too. I don't know that. They were gonna kill us. They were gonna kill us. 100%. 100%. I agree. All right, and let's calm down. You're still a slave at the end of the day. Yeah, but like we have no say. Like, what are we? We're just proper. Like, yeah. Like, what can you do? He doesn't want to hear that too, especially what happened to his family and his village. Yeah. We can't allow that shit to fester. He'll end up like fucking Khal Drogo's ass and die from a damn scrape. Yeah, where were you, bro? What the hell happened, man? They're just acting like, oh, they were picking on you. They were going to kill us. Like, kill us, man. Oh, God. Ooh, and they get the day off. Nice. I mean, not nice, but... Speak, bro. I was about to say something. You're not illiterate. Like, come on now. I feel like I'm watching I feel like I'm looking at a male Casca right now, by the way. There's just nothing going on up here. Like, he's literally a male Casca. Just with a slight bump up that he actually does speak. There's literally no difference. And so what I said at the beginning of episode 1 and episode 2, I have a feeling Einar will rub off some humanity onto Thorfinn, show him how to just live and find out whatever his purpose might be, and maybe Thorfinn will show Einar how to protect, fight, defend. He just said you had the day off, man. Shit, if I'm Einar, I'm taking the day off. Or I'll go out there, but I'm not doing anything. We can hang out, get a tan on or something, but I'm not participating in any manual labor. But I think it also gives his mind something to do. Thorfinn, like, if he sits all day, like, what? I'm sure his mind goes crazy. Nice. What do you got? Correct. You would be correct. He swings that axe with some skill, huh? And all those scars. And the way he talks. He's got a lot of scars on him, too. We're starting to get into the background here.
Thorfinn.
Hey, here we go. Yes. A lot of people. Do you think he counted? You're real low on that number scale. You think he counted? That'd be crazy if he rattled off a crazy number. Well, he's got a little information on him. It's a start. The man has still never had any actual human relationships. But the thing is, he was still in those camps around men, eating and living and... So there's still some social aspect, whether he tried to fight it or not. He joined the Danish army when they invaded England. They always go crazy with that piano. Shit's still going too. And did we get confirmation on who was it that invaded Einar's place? I'll have to go back and look at some other reaction videos, comments as I do these videos to make sure, because it's going to be a minute till I get a lot of people to look at these, so I'm going to be really behind on theories and comments and answers to questions. Someone's going to have to kill that beetle or I'm going to lose my mind. Hello? Is this just him thinking back to his village, or is he really trying to light Thorfinn on fire? Oh, okay, I was about to say. So this is the first time around. Yeah, okay. Then they rebuilt it back up. Einar looks older than Thorfinn, a lot older. To the point of, like, I don't think they would have crossed paths at any point. Where are you going, buddy? That rage. If you're gonna do it like Ashlad when he was asleep, when Thorfinn was little and had the sword over his head, and he knew that Thorfinn was there, and Thorfinn couldn't do it and walked away, and then they peeled in on Ashlad and he was awake. I guess not. And is Einar trying to, like, I understand what he's trying to do, but, like, you also have no skill besides just emotions, by the way. Shit, maybe Thorfinn dies right here, who knows? Man's really having some vivid nightmares. I like the way his little like dream enemies are being animated. Can he do it or not? Yeah. I figured he couldn't do it. Einar might need to back up in a minute before this turns into like real life. The lady that lost her son. You don't want to turn into that, do you? Is that what you want to become once you start killing? Really going through it there, huh? Might be time to start, like, to get some of that out of your system. So this doesn't turn into a nightly occurrence. And he doesn't even know what happened. He doesn't even know that Einar was, like, attempting to choke his ass out. Like, he was... The past and the dreams are consuming him that much. Yeah, I didn't think Einar would be able to do it either. I think it would have been a cool callback, though, to have Einar, like, walk up to him, look like he's about to try to take him out, and then he, like, decides he can't do it, and he walks back and goes to sleep, and they peel to Thorfinn's face, and he's awake, like when he tried to do that to Ashlad, like in the first couple episodes. That'd have been pretty cool. There goes that piano again. Correct. Correct. They were told where to go and what to do, and they just did it and kept it moving. There was no, like, thought process on any of it. It was just, that's what we did. Does he feel anything? Good question if that's what you want now. And they're doing a lot of like close-up lip zoom in this episode. He wants to know, do you want to live? I mean, if you knew, you can't know until you know, right? Has anything good ever happened to him? Both can be true, by the way. Both. Nothing good couldn't have happened to Thorfinn, and he thinks it's pointless. And at the same time, Einar can say somebody gave theirs to protect us. Something good happened. I think both can be true. And it's still fresh with Einar, by the way, like Thorfinn was with his dad. It took years, like you said it or said anything about his name, it triggered him. Einar's is still fresh, like that scar is really there. That damn beetle. Ooh, he said thank you. Okay, it's a start. It's something, like I said, I think Einar will rub off some humanity onto him. And Thorfinn maybe will teach him how to hold a sword before it's all said and done. Now, does Thorfinn teaching him how to hold a sword and how to use it trigger things? Is it the best thing for his recovery? Who knows? But now that I think about it, I think that's a very accurate comparison of like, this is just a straight up male Casca that has just a little bit more literacy in vocal than her. Who the hell is this? New character right at the episode ends? They love doing this shit. I don't remember any character with that like white of like Kakashi Killua type hair. Is that Canute? Maybe the moonlight was making it seem wider than it was, but the cross and everything makes me think that it is him. Yeah, the way they had these the little spirits in his little dream world animated looked pretty wild. Solid episode though. Again, it was interesting to see the just subconscious reaction time of like Ashlad flash in his head to like instant survival mode. And again, I don't know what it is that triggered that. What was the guy's name? Fox? Do they all have animal names now that I think about it? When Fox was just loosely swiping, whether he consciously or subconsciously just acknowledges like none of these swipes are threatening or have me in danger. Yeah, it stings, it hurts, it's a cut, but it's nothing that I actually need to threaten or dodge or move. So it's whatever. I feel nothing, I show nothing. Now the intent that Snake came out with, did it feel murderous to him? And so that perked him up and woke him up? I have no idea, because we know that Snake wouldn't go through all that trouble of making like the rest of his men stop and patch them up and feed them to then just walk over there and kill him. So just that 2.seconds of giving off that intent and then pulling it back down, was that enough to spark a reaction? I guess so. But it's cool to see that the speed and the reaction time is still in there. Now I don't know if these guys are great warriors or Snake is actually worth a damn, or how that story will play out. We'll just have to wait to see. But I do think we're headed down the lines of Einar trying to restore some humanity and normalness within Thorfinn, because he's never had it. It's exactly like Guts' storyline, honestly, from Berserk, of like, you grew up in this is what you have becoming, you have no relationships with anybody your age or anything that's not resembling of, not them specifically, but like raping, killing, pillaging, war, hired over and over, and just kind of that on repeat. Death, food, sleep, death, food, sleep, like on repeat. So like in this instance, when you get exposed to like the Band of the Hawks and Griffith, and when you get exposed to Einar and people actually showing you relations and care and conversation, and you don't need a sword to complete your day-to-day task, and you get introduced to the old lady that treats you kind and gave you a bath and fed you, and you know, that sparked something out of him because he tried to get them to run because he knew that their people were coming to invade. And same thing, he sees her in his dreams. Same thing with Guts, of like Donovan and whatever the other one's name, Duncan, whatever the hell. Seeing compassion, and then that compassion flipped is very triggering. So maybe Thorfinn can teach him how to protect himself, teach Einar how to protect himself. And at the same time, we can restore some humanity within us. We'll see. Appreciate it, everybody. Like, share, subscribe as always.